Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and do your new moon energy reading. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? Now, for those of you that are interested in a guidance monthly reading, I have put on the community board that I am now doing those, okay? So go and check that out. But other than that, I do hope that everybody's doing well. Now, I do believe that the new moon is in Gemini. And the new moon in Gemini card in the Moonology decks, it is the communication is key. So we're going to start off just by reading that, okay? So I don't know if there is something here to do with communication issues for some of you. But it says communication is key. It says new moon in Gemini. It says a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. It says talking things through is the answer to whatever it is that you are asking about. If you can't talk to that person, it says you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, it says there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too furious lately and need to ground yourself again. But most importantly, it says drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. But that is just some of the energy of the moon. Let's see what the strongest energy here is that Spirit wants you to know about, okay? What do we have for my Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm seeing that a time for healing is trying to come out here. And then right behind it, you do have confidence is the key to success. Because Spirit is saying, and it could be just with a little bit of communication or a lot of communication, which could help bring some sort of conclusion to a situation. But give me a card for now and a card for going forward. What do we have for Virgo? What's the strongest energy here, Spirit? Show me. And going forward. I feel like there's some jumpers here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have a fiery climax approaches. It says full moon in Aries. We've got some Cancer energy here. And on the table, we have Pisces energy and Scorpio energy. So heavy water energy I'm seeing here. So something definitely could have something to do with someone's emotions or a water sign. Now, the first one coming out, it says balance, spirituality, and practicality. So that energy for me makes me think of, you know what, not living too much in the clouds, okay? Still managing to keep yourself grounded and then, like it says, being practical about situations. Going forward, you have work through your fears. Show me more. What's the energy for this new moon, Spirit? It's like I can hear Spirit saying someone here at this time may feel heavy for whatever reason, okay? It could be mentally heavy, emotionally heavy. Oh, okay. I just heard physically heavy. So I don't know if someone here maybe wants to lose some weight or something like that. But I feel like this is Spirit saying, hey, listen, with this new moon energy, and it's not necessarily just around the new moons or full moons. You know, you can start something at any time throughout the month. But I feel like, Spirit is saying this is an opportunity here for someone, like I said, to start something new, to let something go. Give me a card for now and a card for going forward. And going forward. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck you have oath. And it says promise, it says pledge, and it says contract. So maybe this is the time for someone to, say something and stick to it here. Be consistent in something. Yeah, you got recovery, come back and revive. Yeah, okay, so let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out. So the first one you have is a number 41, which could be significant, or 14. It does boil down to a 5, and the 5s does talk about change. And it says a win, and it says gift, it says divine inspiration and awakening. And I think I was looking at the other card, and it was almost like I was thinking about something about somebody getting some sort of wise counsel, or maybe it could just be, maybe you watch a lot of tarot and things like that, that help you to get confirmation for things, or to help you to figure out signs and synchronicities that you may be seeing for yourself here. Or this is just somebody going through an awakening. And this balanced spirituality and practicality could be giving me that almost the energy of like the 7 of Cups, where maybe someone is a little bit confused about things, right? And sometimes it could be that energy where it's like I'm hearing, I don't know if somebody's just confused about what it is that they believe or what direction they should go in, but going forward, which is interesting again, it's a number 12 or 21, but it boils down to a 3. And it would give me that energy of the 3 of Wands, right? Where maybe this is a time where someone needs to kind of be excited about their future and moving forward, or even what they even want that to look like. Now, in the back of my head, I'm kind of seeing the 3 of Swords as well. So with this work through your fears, the fears could be maybe someone had a broken heart or was disappointed in a situation, or they went through something very painful here. But it says readiness, and it says bounty, and it says plenty. And the color of this, I believe it's a woman. Okay, listen. Anyway, the color of this person's hair is making me think of autumn. Okay. Maybe even sometime, maybe there's something here around October. It's making you kind of think of like Halloween, or something maybe to do with pumpkins. Somebody call someone pumpkin. It's like I can hear someone saying, hey, you're right, pumpkin. Hey, pumpkin. All right, moving on. What is this for my Virgos, for this new moon, Spirit? Let me just see what the meanings say. Okay, so let us read Arwin, okay? So it says Arwin. It says translates to divine inspiration or flowing breath. And the new moon, like I said, is in Gemini, which is about communication. It says it is a mystical force that offers us a moment where there is a sudden surge in newfound knowledge, inspired thought, and the ability to awaken our dormant talents, and a sense that before we were given the gift of Arwin, we were like sleepwalkers. Arwin is a moment where life is forever changed, and once we drink of Arwin or feel it as a beam of divine light entering us and changing us, it says we can never return to who we were, and the world is never the same again. So when the card comes to you, you must know now that having experienced what has taken place, you cannot pretend life can ever be the same. It says, you have lifted the veil and you have seen the face of the divine. You have drunk the exhale of the gods, and the fairies have offered you their greatest gift. Arwin does not stay, but the knowledge of what you have experienced in the moment changes us forever. So now that you have had this life-changing experience and been given an incredible moment of inspiration, you can either pretend to yourself that life is without magic, or you can continue to embrace the magic in the enchantment of every moment. Now, if you choose, you can become more fully alive. And while this is no easy path, it is one that is fully deep, joyful moments, true connections, and poetic, blindingly beautiful experiences. It says Arwen will come from time to time, and you are so blessed for having had this most sublime and life-changing of all mystical experiences. Okay, so let's read, is it Frigger, while we're here? All right, so it says, just bear with me while I read through these guys, okay? And then we'll jump into the tarot. It says Frigger, readiness, bounty, and plenty. It says, you are at a moment of great good fortune in this lifetime. You have created for yourself more than enough. And now the goddess that is flowing, so it must be a woman. Sorry. It says, now the goddess that is flowing to you must be invested and used wisely. It is easy to squander youth or beauty or opportunity, as they seem such an eternal gift. But this card is here to share with you that it is time to ensure that this wonderful moment is worked with wisely. Invest in yourself and in your health. Create more wealth. It says learn and study, and also offer your support and investment to the worthy of others. It says take care of yourself and truly make yourself into who and what you have always wanted to become. This time will come around again, but it will not last forever. And so Frigger wishes you to consider the gifts you are being given, the bounty coming to you, and consider what great vision and awareness. It says what will provide for you and your loved ones in the years to come. It says be ready to act. Your future can be created now, and your present can become so rich and enduring that nothing can shake your ability to continue prospering. It says your skills, your home, your mind, your body. Take care of yourself and watch the good fortune that flows from the wise investment for many years to come. Okay. So let's get some cards. Show me more about this for my Virgos. What do they need to know for this new moon, Spirit? Okay, so it's coming in the reverse, and I feel like that's a good thing. It's the Eight of Swords in the reverse, okay? So freeing yourself from any kind of like mental prison, right? Knowing that you are not stuck, you are not trapped, you are not restricted. Show me more. Are we coming out or no? Okay, yeah. The Lovers, Gemini energy. Looks like another reversal. The Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Give me 3 cards for going forward. I see the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. We have the Hierophant. In the reverse is the Chariot. Oh. Okay, coming out sideways is the Nine of Wands. Some of you, it looks like you may definitely have experienced some sort of blockages or delays, or this could be about someone's willpower Or this could be about somebody also recognizing a situation that maybe isn't moving forward here with a Chariot. I don't know if something has something to do with someone's beliefs. I don't know if this has to do with marriage, tradition, religion. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Six of Swords. So this is also an energy where some of you, again, you know, this may have a little bit of the weekly energy in it where you need to move away from things that ain't serving you, things that are very much causing you conflict or causing you to feel unbalanced or uneasy. Or Five of Wands is an energy of competition, arguments, too many people being involved in a situation. All right, let's clarify these cards. What is this energy for my Virgos? Yeah, something twice I've seen the Emperor now, which is Aries and Taurus energy, okay? And then I also saw the King of Wands, which is Leo energy, but it could be Sagittarius or Aries. I don't know if this is about somebody here, like I said, taking action, or it's like someone may have a vision that they need to go after here. But let's see. I just heard that someone's father may be in competition with them. Okay. What's the Eight of Swords in reverse? The World card. So yeah, this talks about completions. The Devil. You're definitely letting go of toxic situation, toxic people. Someone here could be maybe, you know, fighting through some sort of an addiction or something like that here. This is an energy of codependency, destructive behavior. And we saw that Five of Wands. What is the World card and the Devil? Why is this Devil here? Trying to come out is the Six of Wands. Six of Pentacles came out instead. So 66 could be significant, or 99. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is about Spirit saying, hey, listen, pick your battles wisely, right? It's not everything deserves your energy, your attention, your time. But show me more about the Six of Pentacles, because it can talk about giving and receiving. You know, maybe some of you need to free yourself from people who always have their hand out. They're always expecting something. What's the Six of Pentacles? The Page of Pentacles, making practical decisions. Coming out sideways is a blockage, is the Nine of Wands. So someone here finds it difficult to say no. What's Page of Pentacles, Nine of Wands? Coming out sideways is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands talks about making a choice, but it also talks about planning here. You know, does someone want to continue to do something going forward? Show me more about that Devil. Coming out sideways can talk about a blockage. We have a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Show me more about that Devil. I'm just trying to think if this Queen of Cups came out on top of the Devil in the weekly energy, but she came out in the reverse. What is this? The Strength card in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like someone may have someone who is codependent on them. The Strength card in reverse, which is Leo energy, right? We also have, like I said, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But the Strength card in the reverse, it talks about someone who struggles. Someone who is insecure. Low self-esteem. Again, this energy of codependency. It's like someone who can't stand on their own 2 feet. What's this, lovers? What does Virgo need to know about this new moon? Coming out sideways is the Ten of Wands. The King of Pentacles. I heard that someone as well, they keep sleeping with someone. So I mean, listen. What's the Ten of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands? But this also talks about, I feel like even more so, even if I had to take it away from it being about another person, right? Yeah, the Lovers talks about a choice. I'm looking at, I mean, it may have something to do with relationships, but I'm looking at this angel that is standing over these two people. Now, when I look at the card, without me lifting the card up and showing you, because both people are butt naked, right? On the man's side of the tree is on fire, where it makes me think about passion and things like that here, right? Maybe desires. But then when I look on the tree that the lady's on, right, she has a whole snake kind of wrapped around her tree behind her. And the snake to me makes me think about temptation and things like that. So I don't know if something here is about lust. I don't know if something here is just built on that. But I could also be seeing this as, you know, someone who needs to drop some sort of a burden. And here's this new beginning. Spirit is offering it to someone. Show me a little bit more just about the Lovers. Yeah, see the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. The Lovers is the Nine of Cups. And then coming out sideways can talk to me about a blockage. We have the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers again. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords there? The Four of Pentacles. It's the Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. That makes the Nine of Wands energy. Somebody's holding back from doing something. Alright, what's this Ace of Cups in the reverse? The Eight of Wands. What's the Ace of Cups in the reverse? The Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. So I'm picking up something here about maybe some sort of soulmate energy. I also see something about somebody sticking around for the children and things like that here. Eight of Wands is an energy of moving forward, swift change. Again, to me, it can talk about communication. It is an energy of manifesting something. But then you have this Page of Wands, which would make the Nine of Wands energy again. It really feels like someone would have to walk away from something. Maybe someone's emotions is not in something. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Let me just find it. It's right there. Good. And with the Ace of Cups being right there with the Three of Wands, it's like something is right in front of someone's face here. So the Ace of Cups in the reverse, it talks about emotional loss or an emotional blockage. It can talk about a creative blockage here. Again, so I don't know if someone here is struggling with communication here, but we are in that new moon energy. This talks about someone who is feeling empty, or it could also be, to me, like somebody not listening to their intuition. It's like repressed emotions. But then you have the Page of Wands, which talks about good news, inspiration, something that has potential. This is like an energy of enthusiasm, excitement. But it talks about maybe somebody freeing themselves from something. What's the Six of Cups? This is nostalgia. The Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What's the Six of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles? The Six of Wands. Somebody in a public eye. And the Ten of Cups. There's happiness here for someone. There's victory and success. This could be about someone who is independent. So I don't know if this is like somebody watching somebody say something, but like I said, I don't know with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. What's the Hierophant? Okay, Spirit. The Hierophant is the Hierophant. What is the Hierophant with the Hierophant? The Knight of Wands landed on the Ace of Wands. Show me more. Coming out sideways is the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's something here about a marriage. The Knight of Wands could just be representing someone who's maybe younger here. But it could also talk about maybe someone needing to be fearless. Show me more about the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Cups. And the Star card. Something about somebody healing. What's the Knight of Wands? The Nine of Wands, that makes the Ten of Wands. Now, maybe someone here just doesn't know if they kind of want a commitment, or maybe somebody wants to be reckless. Yeah, Hanged Man. And then the Queen of Pentacles. Or this is about somebody going towards someone here. All right, yeah, there's something here about a marriage or someone who's cheating in a marriage or relationship or something like that as well. But moving on, what's the Chariot in the reverse? What is this energy for my Virgos? Work through your fears. Maybe that's what someone's afraid of, that they would get cheated on. Or Queen of Swords with the Chariot in the reverse, showing more. King of Cups. What's the Queen of Swords? King of Cups. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Chariot in the reverse. Let me just find it. Because I really feel like somebody's really trying to get through to someone here. But that I noticed that King of Cups does have his back turned to the Queen of Swords. If I can find it. Right at the back. Chariot in the reverse. It talks about self-discipline. It talks about a lack of direction, a lack of control. And it says aggression, arrogance, and carelessness. So, I don't know. It just making me feel like someone here may be reflecting. What is this Nine of Wands? Coming out sideways, you have the Two of Cups. You have the Nine of Swords. So 99 could be significant here. What's the Two of Cups, Nine of Swords? And you have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, landing on the Ace of Wands. Now, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse talks about a recovery from some sort of loss, right? It could be somebody, again, like, you know, maybe presenting themselves, getting back out there, or finally finding that courage to approach someone here. This is that energy of somebody forgiving something, leaving it behind, right? You see this Nine of Wands, he has the one wand in his hand. He is looking back, yes. He's got the Eight of Wands behind him. This is like someone who is ready to let go of something that they've been holding on to. This is like somebody saying, right, okay, I realized that that was a karmic lesson, or a karmic partner, or a person, or a karmic soulmate. But this talks about letting something go and knowing that there's some sort of positive change coming in here. But why is the Nine of Swords then? Why is the Nine of Swords there? Because it landed on the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it could just be that maybe someone thought that something else would have been successful and it didn't work out for them. Yeah, Eight of Cups, you know. There could be something here as well about public embarrassment. So what's the Two of Cups energy? Because the Eight of Cups is walking away, right? We know it goes to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Which I thought you had out here, but you don't. But then anyway, you have the Two of Cups out there, and that makes the Ten of Cups. There is happiness after sadness here. Give me one on the Two of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. What's the Two of Cups? The Sun card and the Two of Wands. Show me more. Coming out in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles. What's the eight coming outside? What's the Eight of Pentacles? Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Sun and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Swords. Yeah, there was something here exposed, right? I don't know if there was someone was having some sort of work affair. I don't know if this is someone who's in their feelings because they feel like they invested a lot in a situation. It just... But I feel like slightly... I kind of went off topic a little bit. I feel like we're focusing on the wrong things. I feel like Spirit wants someone to focus on whatever this new beginning is, right? These new chapters. So let us move on. Give me a card for my Virgos for this new moon. What is it that you want them to focus on, Spirit? What is coming towards them? We have flow. It says find an easier path forward. It says surrender the outcome. It says release your expectations. You have imagination. It says envision a new reality. It says give yourself permission to dream. It says believe in unlimited possibilities. And then you have receive. Yeah. It says be open to receiving goodness. It says believe you are worthy of abundance. It says a gift is coming to you soon. Bottom of the deck, we have friendship. And it says seek out your soul family. It says surround yourself with positive people. It says spend more time socializing and action. A card for Virgo. Now that card that just flipped over, it said portal of light. But it would have also been reversed. So somebody not following the light, or... Give me a card for Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I'm hearing that song by, I believe it's Mariah Carey. I'm hearing the bit where she says you got to shake it off. Oh, yeah. See, the next line in that song, she says something like, because your loving ain't the same and you keep on playing games. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's someone you got to let go of with Shake It Off. But give me a card for my Virgos. Thank you, Spirit. Do we have a card for Virgo? Okay, looks like we have two. We have Divine Guardian at the bottom of the deck. It says protection of the winged mother. So the first one coming out, it says truths unveiled. It says the revelation of Isis. And then you also, look at that. It's like something comes to light. I don't know what it is for you Virgos, right? But right behind that, you have life restored. It's only so you can rebuild. Something needed to be revealed. You needed to see something for what it is. Let me just get the meanings of the both cards. Okay, so truths unveiled. It says there are times when appearances of people, places and things are truly deceptive. It says you will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you. When you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you. You may think there is something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feelings rather than being convinced by outward appearances. There is a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. It says to avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now. So yeah, whatever maybe is being unveiled, it may not be pleasant. It may not make you, it may make you feel some type of way, but it's like Spirit is saying it's for your own good. So the incarnation says, gift me with your vision now, end the distortation or the vow that blocks the eye within my brow. I receive the knowing clear, without doubt, shame, or fear. Lies and deceptions disappear. Revelation of Isis come to me swift. It says, thank you for insight. It says, thank you for the sight, the truth, the gift, confusion into clarity. I now do shift. Okay. Hopefully you understood that. So life's restored. It says spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. It says whatever part of you or your life you thought is dead is being revived and will flourish back into your life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life. It says, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Let's read the incarnation. It says, life flows through me unscurbed. Unscurbed? I don't know what that says. Life flows through me unscurbed. It says, from past hurts, I am now cured. It says, I meet my life blossoming anew. My inner light shines bright and true. Isis, Isis, mother of divine perfection, through your grace I have resurrection. Okay. So we have 2 more cards to get before we end out your reading. Let us get which one first. Give me a message for Virgo. What do we have? Is it that game that was, is it the game Wheel of Fortune where they used to say, come on down? It's like it's your turn, someone. And as I say that, I don't know if you see the sun got brighter outside. It's your turn for happiness and positivity. And the sun talks about all will be well. Can I get a clear message? Give me 2 cards for Virgo. You have connect with Gaia. And this is about getting out in nature, grounding yourself. Can I get another card? Yeah, change and progress I'm seeing here. And with affirmation for positive change. But give me a message. Thank you. So we have air magic. And this could be about, I don't know, someone could be like a writer or something that may help to write down things. Maybe journal things, have a diary, a way to express yourself. Some of you, nature may help to help those ideas come through. So like I said, if you are like a writer or a drawer, something, maybe sitting outside and doing something and seeing what messages you pick up from there. I'm hearing now they're playing a different song. I'm hearing reach for the stars, climb every mountain high and reach for the stars. So that's where your dreams will all come true. So again, mountains, right? For me, it talks about obstacles and blockages. Whatever this is, you can get over it. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here today. Now Spirit is saying, I don't know if you remember that storybook about we're going on a bear hunt and we're going to catch a big one and we're not scared. But they're saying the bit where they say you can't go over it. You can't go under it. You have to go through it. So I believe that this is something that somebody had to go through. But air magic. Then you have joy and delight. And wasn't I just saying, did you see the sun come out? It's time for someone to enjoy this energy, to enjoy life again. Yeah, we've got listen to wisdom at the bottom of the deck. About, for some of you, the seeds that you need to start planting now. Because it is going to make your wishes come true and your prayers are going to be heard here. Right? Spirit just wants you to know that whatever you've been through is only to help you to gain strength and resilience here. So now, make a move. For some of you, it's about accepting love. So last card. Last card for Virgos. How do you want to close out this reading, Spirit? Now look at the sun there. Look at the transformation. 32, 23 boils down to a 5. Talks about change. The number 3 is like the 3 of Wands. Let's move forward now, Virgos. How do you want to end this reading, Spirit? Okay. You got one card coming out sideways. Okay, thank you. Yeah, what's that about? All right, so you have unity. 34, 43 boils down to a 7. And it says a time of divine understanding. It says renewal. It says peace and hope. It says you radiate and attract great love. But it did come out sideways. So I feel like some of you, to some extent, you may be blocking this energy out. But you have the moon. And it says 21 or 12 boils down to a number 3. And it says pay attention to your intuition at this time. It says a move ahead confidently. So the moon could be representing fear. You have the snake. It says a number 28 or 82 does boil down to a 10. So again, good. This is an energy of like, hey, putting all those kind of people behind you. And for some of you where you're afraid that, hey, I'm going to get betrayed again, Spirit says let go of that mindset. You could be manifesting that for yourself. So it says your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. It says just be careful. Just be careful. Why? Give me one on that snake. Transformation. Breaking chains. It says reach out for the power and strength to make changes. It says enrich your life and become the person you want to be. And that may include you removing certain people around you that don't have your vision, or you don't share their vision anymore. Sometimes it's all right, you know, so to outgrow people, to want to change the way you do things. Mountain at the bottom of the deck on judgment. But I always see this energy of where Spirit says it's a choice. So Virgos, that is the energy that I've picked up here today for this new moon in Gemini. So I do hope that something has resonated with you. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light, Virgo.